Hello everybody, here we are again for another Pilates class. This morning, or today, or this evening, whenever you might be doing it, we're going to be working on the obliques. These are the muscles that just come down the side into your waist, right through into here, internal obliques, right through here. So we're going to do a lot of twisting work. We'll start with a little warm-up. Always remember, please work safely. Try not to do anything that hurts. If something hurts, please stop. So we'll start with a little warm-up. What is a really good idea is to do a few roll downs. Obviously, if I do that, I go out of sight on the camera. But if you could do that, that would be wonderful. Otherwise, or as well as, hands to the side. So you might have already stopped the video and just done a few roll downs and roll back ups. When you're doing your roll downs, you're pulling your abs in, using the core. We're just flexing through the spine, loosening the spine. And then we're going to reach up and stretch. And so just stretching over here, so we're stretching the spine out to the side, lateral stretch, reach up to the ceiling and bring it down. And let's reach up with the left and stretch. You'll feel that lovely stretch, especially if you haven't been so active. And we'll just do that once more, reaching up and stretching. So if you, hopefully, I'm getting great letters from you all saying you are really doing at least 10 minutes a day. That's fantastic if you can. It's sometimes just really hard to motivate yourself when you're at home on your own or home with family and you've got other things to do. There are always jobs to do when you're at home. That's what I'm finding. Twisting. I thought after a week at home, I've never had a week at home and now 4 weeks at home, or is it even 5? The jobs are endless, and you'd think after a while you'd be twiddling our thumbs. I'm sure lots of you are saying that you're just keeping really busy. The weather hasn't half helped though. We're just twisting here, keeping the hips forwards obviously, but just twisting from the waist. Once more, taking it round, back to the centre. Bring your hands by your sides. Just roll your shoulders. We'll do 4 of these. Breathing in to lift up and out to lower down. 2 more. Breathe in, lift the shoulders up, slide them down. 1 more. Lift up and slide down. Okay, from here, we're just going to take the right hand out as far as you can. Take the left foot out to the side and just stretch over here. You've just got the left foot going straight out. Stretch it. Push the ribs up to the ceiling. Come back up to the centre, so it's a nice little stretch through the inner thigh as well. Take the right leg out, just stretch over. Push the hips up to the ceiling. Nice one. Okay, and up to the centre. Perfect. From here, we're going to just come up onto our hands and knees, just to extend and flex the spine, just to make sure we're really nice and supple. So coming onto your hands and knees, wrists right under shoulders, knees right under hips, and just nice and square here. Push the tummy button up to the spine, drop your chin onto your chest, around through the back, pull those abs up, hold here, breathing in through the nose and out through the mouth. And now drop the tummy button to the floor. Let your shoulders slide down towards your waist, look ahead. Feel the shoulders sliding, you're getting a nice extension now through the spine. And now flexion, pushing back up to the ceiling, pull the tummy in, pull in, pull in, pull in. And now just drop the tummy button to the floor and slide those shoulders away. Perfect. And now just coming into neutral. And we will just extend the opposite arm and opposite leg. Again, if you haven't been doing Pilates for a while, you're going to start to feel this in your wrists, but I know lots of you are really trying hard to do some sort of exercise. It might not be Pilates. Lots of you are writing to me and saying, yes, you're sticking with your Pilates routine, which is wonderful. If not Pilates, hopefully you're walking, you're cycling, you're gardening. We've been so lucky with this weather. But however, that's going to use very different muscles. So we want to keep the core muscles really strengthened, which is what Pilates is all about. We'll make this one the last. The hips are going to level as you extend out. Try not to let the hips lift to the ceiling and bring it down. And just sit back into a stretch. Hips back, hands forwards. And come down onto your tummy. I'm going to work through the waist on this one. So down onto your tummy. Do you remember I said about either having a sponge or a towel? My gosh, I'm so coordinated today. That's a bit over the top. Okay, so you could have a towel under your forehead. Really important to have something under your forehead on this exercise. Because what we're going to do is put the forehead to the floor. Have your hands down by your sides. Toes pointing away from you. Push away from the hips, the knees and the ankles and point the toes. So the forehead's to the floor. Take a breath in. As you breathe out, lift your chest and your head, but you're looking to the floor. We're not lifting the head up. We're just lifting it because it's having to lift because the chest's lifting. And then just take a twist. So keep looking to the towel or the floor and just let your right hand run down your trousers. So you're not twisting the head at all, you're just letting the head go, sort of pull over with the shoulders and then back to the centre and down. So we're lifting up, breathing out, take a breath in and hold. Breathe out, just twist down to the other side. It's very tempting to turn the head to see where you're twisting. Just keep looking to the towel or sponge or mat. I'm hoping you have got either a towel or a sponge under your head. You'll feel this through your waist. Relax back down. Take a breath in. Breathe out, lift. So keep looking. Even though your head's moving, you're not twisting through the neck at all. You're looking in the same direction. The head's only moving because your shoulders are pulling it down or getting that movement through the upper body, which says it's got to move, but it isn't a twist. Last one here. Take a breath in. Breathe out, lift. Take it to the side, back to the centre and down. And now just sit back into a stretch, hips are back, hands are forwards. I can never sit back very much on this. I don't know why, I think I've got peculiar knees or something. And I find it really hard on my knees to sit back too far. So just sit as far as you can. Excellent. And now from here, we're going to come up over onto our backs. So that's slightly what's called as kebabbing you, and I don't really like to do that. I normally like to do a stop in the middle, do something on our sides, but today we're just going to come straight over onto our back. Well, actually up to sitting, that's better. Come up to sitting. So from there sitting, and we'll just have the ankles crossed, sitting up as straight as you can. We're going to do that just a little tilt back. So take a breath in. As you breathe out, pull the tummy in. Just tilt your pelvis up a little bit towards the ceiling and just drop down, keeping a nice straight back, but you pulling in with the abs. Hands can be onto your knees. Actually, why have I got the ankles crossed? Sorry, you can tell I'm out of practice. Knees bent, feet flat to the floor in line with your knees. So you could hold the back of the legs if you like, or you can just have the hands forwards here. Take a breath in. We're going to hold here. Feel those abs working, and as you breathe out, slowly lift up. You have options here. So the first option, the easiest option, is to hold behind the knees. So you're nice and straight. Take a breath in, breathe out, tuck your chin onto your chest, tilt the pelvis, just pull those abs in, breathe in and hold, and breathe out and slowly pull back up. And again, so this is the easier option, just pulling the abs in, tilting the pelvis. Still need to work those abs, but you've just got that little bit of support with your hands onto the back of the legs. Or making it a little bit more challenging, hands forwards, toes are staying exactly where they are. You might want to walk your heels in a little bit, but toes facing forwards, take a breath in. And as you breathe out, those abs are pulling in and you're using the abs to pull you up. Okay, slightly easier. I'm going to do that once more. Taking it down, you're looking straight ahead, dropping the chin. Oh, you can look at your knees, actually, that's an even better plan. Take a breath in and hold. And breathe out to lift up. Now making it just a little bit more challenging still. Take the fingertips up to the ceiling. Take a breath in. As you breathe out, pull in with the abs, bring it down, bring it down. You could keep the arms here, or if you feel that's too difficult, bring the arms down by your sides. Take a breath in and breathe out. Use those abs to pull up. So I'm going to keep my arms above the head now to take it down and to lift up. Take a breath in, breathe out, pull in, pull in, pull in. Holding here, breathing in. And as you breathe out, use those stomach muscles, use those core muscles to lift and stretch and breathe in. And breathe out, pull in, pull in, pull in, take it down, holding, breathing in. And breathe out, lift up. If you can hear some funny clanking, we've got builders. And so I'm having to move to all the different rooms of the house to avoid the builders seeing me doing the exercises. Although I did think I might get them to join in, there's a thought. One more, they seemed quite keen when I suggested it, so maybe, who knows, before the end of the lockdown, we might have them. They've got their shirts off and tattoos and the whole works. Pretty cool. Okay, one more, taking a breath in. As you breathe out, take it down. Take a breath in and breathe out, lift up. Okay, we're going to roll all the way down to the mat now on this one. So slowly down, using the core muscles, taking it down as low as you can. And take the legs away from you. Take a breath in, and as you breathe out, slowly lift up. Now we're going to go with the easy version to start with. Bring the hands forwards, chin onto your chest. Just try and push your heels into the floor. If you're really struggling, pop one foot over the other. So sorry, not the leg. Just cross your toes over the bottom foot and push down onto the toes, and that'll help you to lift up. Lifting all the way up. We reach forwards. Take a breath in and breathe out. Reach forwards. Bring it back And slowly, slowly, slowly down, taking it all the way down. If you want to make it a little bit more challenging, rather than bringing the arms totally forward, just bring them forward a little bit. So you're just going to use them here. So they're just giving you a little bit of help, but not too much. Reach forwards, chin on the chest, come back up to the ceiling. We'll take it down, pulling in with the abs. So just slowly, slowly, slowly. And so you can bring the hands down if you like, or to make it a little bit more challenging, arms up. See if you can have the arms above your head to lift up. You might want to cross your foot over your top foot over the bottom foot, but not actually lifting the leg up. The heels are staying to the floor, you're just crossing the toes over. Take a breath in. As you breathe out, pull up, pull up, pull up, pull up. Try and keep the feet forward, but don't mind if you can't. Don't mind if you have to really do a launch. Reach forwards, take a breath in, breathe out, reach up. Okay, we're going to just bring the hands down to shoulder height, or elbows. I'm going to twist. Take it round as far as you can. Look at your right shoulder. Hold, take a breath in and breathe out. Take it to the left. Take a breath in and breathe out. Now you can keep going with this if you like, or if you feel you can, if you feel you're able, you can bend the knees. I might turn to face you. I've got to be very careful because the roots, my roots are bad at the moment. No hairdresser for 7 weeks. Oh. Okay, take it slowly, slowly down. I've been told by a very good friend that you can get this amazing stuff. I'm so nervous about going blue or my hair dropping out or going ginger. So anyway, she's told me it's marvellous. She's actually in Greece at the moment and she got them. She's working there. She got this brilliant hair dye. And I'll let you know, I might have a go on Wednesday. And she said it was so easy to do, and actually she sent me a photo and it looks amazing. So I'm going to have a go perhaps in a couple of days. So if you don't see me now for a long time, it means the hair was a disaster. We're going to twist, twist. Okay, if you're finding this is too much, you come back up, remember, as I said, and just take it out. You can have the legs forwards and out. Okay, now we're going to roll all the way back down to the floor. Some of you are halfway there already. Take it all the way down. I'm not sure which side. I might take this side. Okay, so what we're going to do is take it all the way down, and when you've got to the floor, hands, I can see what's happening. So I'm just going to move, I think there's something shining, which is, oh no, it wasn't that at all. Okay, so hands are behind the head, and I like to float up into tabletop. Float one knee, then the other. And in fact, bring the hands by your sides to start with, and we'll just do nice and easy alternate toe taps. Really nice and easy. If you feel that you'd like to work a little bit harder, you tap a bit further away. So that's the same thing happening. Make sure your back is in a good position. You don't want to get this lordotic position here where the spine arches. You want to keep the spine nicely controlled through the abs. So you're either tapping really close to you, tap and lift, or you're tapping further away. This is your choice. Obviously, the further you tap, the more it's going to work. The core, you might not tap, you might just extend. So you've got all these options here of either tapping, you come back to tabletop, make sure your heel isn't dropping down towards your hip. So we're going to extend and extend. Let's take the fingertips up to the ceiling. Maybe take the opposite arm if you can. You might just be tapping and lifting and tapping. You might extend the opposite arm to leg. The one hand stays to the ceiling, the other hand goes overhead. If you haven't done this before, you might find it's quite difficult. Now, I'm starting to feel this quite tough through my back. I can feel that my back's starting to lift. So I'm going to tap to the floor now, because I think that's going to be kinder on my back. Okay, and now I'm going to just have 4 more of these. If it's too much, you keep one foot to the floor. So you might keep, so I'm losing the plot here. One more to each side. Tap and lift and tap. And if I didn't really explain that properly, did I? So if it was too much, if you find it's too much, always put both feet to the floor and then just lift one leg at a time rather than having both lifted and tapping and lifting. Okay, so a little hug here. Now, what I'd like you to do is lift your head and shoulders up. We're going to go back to the obliques here. So let's show you the easiest option first, feet to the floor. You could just lift up and twist. So same thing, we're keeping the head just in line, we're not twisting the neck, but lifting up like we did when we were on our tummy, and then just reaching down towards your ankle. Bring it back to the centre and relax down. Same to the other side, breathe out. So we're working the obliques again, the waist muscles, back to the centre and down. It's the core and the waist. So lifting up and twisting. Now this is if you're finding it's really difficult to keep the head and shoulders lifted for any length of time. You might even want to keep the head to the floor. You might like the towel or the cushion, and you might like to just do a little side, centre and side, but it's better if you can lift up. Okay, for those of you who like to work a little bit harder, float up into tabletop, hands behind the head. And we're going to extend one leg and then just take the elbow to the opposite knee. So you're going to pull the one knee in towards you, taking here and centre and here. And we're going to just take it and hold. We're going to stretch and hold. Try and sort of get your knee towards your shoulder rather than your elbow. So it's giving you a little bit more of a lift. And if you can, we're going to go side, side. We're going to do 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and relax down. Hug your knees into your chest. Okay, just circle the legs away from each other twice one way and back the other way twice. That's good, excellent. We'll put the heels to the floor, run your heels away from you, arms down by your sides, and we're just going to float up with the right leg up to the ceiling, and we're going to take that. If you might prefer to bend your left knee to give you a bit of support, keep the left knee absolutely in line or up to the ceiling, don't let it drop out the side, or you might like to have that leg straight. If you've got it bent, you're going to just take that leg over the midline a little way, down, around and up. You're going to do 4. If you want the leg straight, you can take it over a little bit further, down and round and up. You can let the hips roll as you take it over. Whoops, I'm whacking into the radiator. 2 more. And 1 more, down and round and up and back the other way. If you've got the knee bent, you'll take it out to the side, down and round, and then you'll come up in a D shape rather than in a circle. Otherwise, it's in a circle round. Take it round. We've got 1 more. Down and round and up. And hold and hug that knee into your chest. Put the foot to the floor. So I'm going to keep that knee bent, and the knee needs to stay up to the ceiling. So try not to let it drop out to the side or cross or go inwards. So adduct or abduct. So here we go. We're going to just take that left leg over, keeping that knee where it is. We're just going to brush the side of it down and round. You're going to watch, I'm not going to whack into the radiator there. So take it over, down and round and up. Otherwise, legs straight. Really roll across and up. So we take it over, breathing in and up. 1 more. And now the other way, same thing. If you've got that knee bent, you'll take it out to the side and up. So you're doing a D. Otherwise, that leg's straight. You're going to go out to the side and bring it over the midline. Out to the side. You might even prefer to have your arms out wide, actually. And that 3 or 4 minutes. Do 1 more for luck, I'm not sure. And up to the ceiling and hug your knee into your chest. Excellent work. Take both feet to the floor, arms above the head. We're going to come into a roll up. Take a breath in. As you breathe out, chin on the chest. Now you can either throw your arms forwards, you can hold the legs, or you can keep the arms in line with your ears, whichever you feel you're able to do. From here, reach up to the ceiling, pull the tummy in. Imagine you're reaching over a great big beach ball here. You're pulling the tummy to the back of your spine, to the spine rather than your back of your spine. And reach forwards, hold, hold, keep holding. 4, hamstrings working, 2, 1, and up. And now just coming to the centre, feet are wide, lift up to the ceiling. Stretch, stretch, stretch. Now we're going to walk, bring the hands to the floor. Oh heck, here we go. I'm going to turn to the side again so you can't see all the grey. Walk the hands forwards, forwards, forwards as far as you can. Hold here. Toes are pulling up towards you. Try to keep the back of the knees to the floor. Take a breath in as you breathe out, walk a bit further. Hold, breathe in. And breathe out, walk a bit further. Oh, and slide up. Excellent.